everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today we're gonna do my May book haul. I did end up going to Portland to my sister's law school graduation. So we had a ton of fun, and my sister knew, without a doubt, one of the things that I wanted to do while we were in Portland was to go visit Powell's. Oh my god. I only got to spend like an hour in Powell's because then my family was like breathing down my neck saying, hey, we gotta go eat lunch. And I was like, what? I could have spent all day in there, but I only got an hour. So I really had to rein myself in on all the books that I wanted to buy because I only traveled with carry-on luggage. So I did only end up picking up 2 books from Powell's. Again, showed a lot of restraint. And then I picked up a few more books from Half Price Books towards the end of the month. The first book that I picked up, this is Inda, written by Sherwood Smith. This is a fantasy series that I have been really intrigued by, and I wanted to get it at a used bookstore because it's everywhere in used bookstores, but I haven't been able to find one in like a decent condition. And so when I was in Powell's, I was really pleased to find this one in pretty good condition. I also wanted to get it in the mass market paper edition because I've seen the series and I've seen the first book. The first book was printed in hardcover, but I haven't seen many options for the rest of the series printed in hardcover, and it would just annoy me if I couldn't get the series in the same print. This is a series that has actually been recommended by Sam from Sam's Nonsense. This follows the second son of a royal family and sort of his journey. What does he do as the second son? Because he's not going to inherit the throne. He becomes a warrior and then gets involved in magic. There's a lot of peril. There's some time that he spends at sea on a pirate ship. And if you've been following some of my videos from earlier this year, my views on pirate ships have been changed since reading the Live Ship Traders trilogy, so I'd be interested to see what this take is. And from what I read on a lot of fantasy forums is like, if you really like character work, a lot of people have recommended Sherwood Smith as an author for that. So again, really excited. I've been looking for this book for a long time, found it in Powell's, so I'm glad to have it. All right, and then the second book that I picked up from Powell's was Renegade's Magic, written by Hobb. This is book number 3 of the Soldier Son trilogy. This is where I had to like rein myself in, pull myself back while I was in the Hobb part of Powell's, because they had all 4 books of the Rainwild Chronicles, which is the next section of books in the Realm of the Elderling series. So this trilogy is one that I have been steadily collecting at used bookstores, and this is her trilogy that she has written under the pen name Hobb that is not a part of the gigantic 16 Realm of the Elderling series. So I have mentioned the first 2 books before, which is Shaman's Crossing and Forest Mage, and then it concludes with Renegade's Magic. So I have completed the trilogy. Hobb, one of my auto-buy authors, you know this by now, so I had to pick this up while I was in Powell's. This is Prudence. This is book number 1 of the Custard Protocol, written by Gail Carriger. So I had also mentioned in my auto-buy authors, Gail Carriger has become one of those authors, and that was after reading only 1 of her books, which was Soulless, book number 1 of the Parasol Protectorate. There are 5 books in that series, and then this series takes place, I think, 20 years after the Parasol Protectorate ends. She's got a couple different series going on, and this one is one of her adult series. She does have a young adult series. I saw this in the used bookstore in good condition, so I wanted to pick that up. And another one that I was really surprised to see in the used bookstore, and I think this was only $5. So this is The School for Good and Evil, Quest for Glory by Soman Chainani. This is book number 4 in Soman Chainani's The School for Good and Evil series, and this begins after they have completed school. So this is called The Camelot Years. I think I'm just that person that likes to have the whole series before I really get into it, because then I can just go back to back to back if I really want to read those books. This book, this is The Hazelwood, written by Melissa Albert. This is a newer release. I was super excited and surprised to find this book as well in the used bookstore, because this was sold for like $8, but this book was just released, I think, a couple months ago. So this one has been making its way across BookTube. I feel like a lot of people have picked this one up. I wasn't initially planning to get this one, but like I said, I saw it and I was really surprised that it was being offered for $8 instead of full price. I don't know, like I said, I wasn't planning on picking this one up, but a lot of people have read this recently, so let me know what you think of it. No spoilers in the comment section below. Okay, so then the next two books, my final books in this book haul, these were total impulse buys. I wasn't planning on buying anything remotely like this, and I've never heard anything about this trilogy. This is Promise of Blood, book 1 of the Powder Mage trilogy, written by McClellan, and it caught my eye because the guy on the front cover kind of looks like Jaime Lannister, doesn't he? The back, it says, it's a bloody business overthrowing a king, but amid the chaos, a whispered rumor is spreading, a rumor of broken promise, omens of death, and the gods returning to walk the earth. And then on the cover, it says, the Age of Kings is dead, and I have killed it. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty dark. We're in the midst of like an overthrow of power. I don't know anything about this, but it looked really cool from the cover, and it just kind of caught my eye. So this was a total impulse buy. So this is Promise of Blood, book number 1. And then they did have book number 2 of the trilogy, and this is called The Crimson Campaign. So this is book number 2 of the Powder Mage trilogy. So there we have it. That was my small, short May book haul, which did include some purchases from my trip to Powell's. Again, let me know what you think of the Hazelwood. Let me know what you think of any of these books that you've seen. Have you read this Powder Mage trilogy? I have no idea what it's about, so let me know what you think of this one too. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do that. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's at WhatCastRead, the same as this channel, so it's super easy to find. Goodreads link always down below, and of course you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.